My delicate starfish was a gaping mob projectile vomiting a torrential flood of toxic waste. Oh my god. Alright everybody, welcome to Hot Couch Potato. My name is Brent, or the podcast where we talk about video games and gummy bears. My name is Brent, aka Buwop. I'm with my man's Rick, aka A New Perfect Day. What's going on, man?
Speaking of gummy bears, what situation have you been in where you weren't near a bathroom, but you had the bubble guts?
Oh, man. You know, I don't think I've ever had it that bad. Have you ever shit your pants?
Mm-mm.
Like a little leak or anything, dude?
Maybe a little leak, but...
Okay. Yeah, so that's the only thing I can think of is a little leakage, and it was while I was driving home, dude. So that's the only way. Yeah, that's the only way I've never had a toilet next to me is if I'm driving, dude. One time I almost pulled over to a park to use the park bathroom, but then I was like, nah, dude, I just gotta battle through this. You know, it's like one of those ones over on the Embarcadero behind, like, by Seaport Village and shit, where there's no doors or anything, man.
Dude, they're actually, you know, I was at work, and remember when I used to work at like traffic control and all that? I didn't know our little key opened up the park bathroom. So I ended up, just trying it because I was like, oh man, I'm not near a bathroom. It was like 5 a.m. The park bathrooms are not open. I tried it. Fortunately, it opened and I just locked the door again. And I had the whole bathroom to myself because it's so strange. Like, it's like the stalls are open, even the toilet stalls.
Yeah,
which doesn't make sense to me. Like, people can just be like, "Oh shit, I see you shitting," kind of thing.
If they go around the corner, yeah.
Exactly. So never go to the one in Balboa Park. If you, those are the worst toilets ever. But I'd say the worst situation I've ever been to is I think I had like an egg sandwich or something, and I started driving from LA to San Diego. It was the longest 1 hour and 30 minutes of my entire life. My leg was shaking. I was like really standing up on my seat, kind of, like, dude, it was so bad. Like, I thought I wasn't going to make it. I was like, dude, I was thinking, should I pull over? And I was like, no, Rick, you got to make it all the way home. And I was like, is this the time? Should I go? I might crap my pants. No, Rick, you're going to go all the way home. And then so I made it home. I unloaded and my leg it just gave out, dude.
Have you ever, so you know how you have certain standards, I mean, you're trying to make your Ruvu app, which will, rate bathrooms and stuff. I think we've always talked about which bathrooms at SDSU were the greatest to go to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we know we have those standards of toilets that we'll use, but has it ever gotten so bad for you that you just threw those standards out the window? I guess it was when you went to Balboa Park, right?
Yeah, because I never, ever, ever, ever would go to Balboa Park. Those public bathrooms, because it stinks all the time.
Oh yeah.
And they barely clean it. And then I was so shocked because there's no door. It's just weird. And I was like, who takes a shit like this? But I locked the gate, so no one can come in behind me, and then I just unloaded. I was like, man, I think this is the lowest I've been.
This is the lowest I've been. So the worst one for me, right, is because I'm really choosy too about like public places and stuff like that. Like, I won't even go at a restaurant, I'd rather go in an office building or hotel than a restaurant. But I think I was in Mexico a couple years ago, right? And we had eaten at a seafood place, and of course I ate like some seafood in a spicy sauce or something like that, right? And we went out and partied afterward, and I forgot where we were. I think we went to a coffee shop, right, or something like that. And I ordered a coffee, and I took 2 sips of the coffee, and my whole stomach just dropped to like my legs started. You know what I mean? I'm like,
yeah.
Oh no, dude. And everybody was hanging out still, and we were all talking to people and everything like that. So I didn't want to like say, hey guys, I just sharted, we got to go home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't want to kill the mood or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I was like looking around, and I was like, oh, there's a bathroom here at this coffee shop. I'm going to go. And it's a really small place, and it just has basically one room for men, one room for women, and it's just a toilet, and then the sink is on the outside. You just it's a public sink that you could just wash your hands at. And someone was just, I think, sick in the dude's one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I like knocked on the door. He's like, "Oh, ocupado or something." Left.
Yeah.
And then I was just rocking back and forth in my seat, dude. Just looking at the wall, just trying to ease my mind off of it. Went back and it was still locked. I was like, "Fuck, dude, am I doing this?" I just checked the girls' one and it's open. I was like,
I'm doing this.
A toilet's a toilet, man, And I just fucking went for it. And it just shot out of me. I was in and out of there maybe in like 3 minutes. That's how fast that shit came out of me. But the fucked up part is my stomach was completely fine afterwards, dude.
Damn, what is in that coffee, man? Was it like real beans or something?
It had to be a mixture of everything, like the seafood spiciness and the coffee all at once, and the alcohol just hitting me all at once and just shooting out of my body at the same time, dude. But I hate that. Like, you feel so sick. Your whole body you have the shakes and you start sweating and stuff.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you poop, you're fine. You can go run a marathon and shit, dude.
Yeah.
But I guess it is. That's just like waste leaving your body. So the longer you hold it in there, the more fucked up your system gets, dude.
Oh yeah, like when it released, I'm like clenching my stomach to like the max. I'm like, dude, it feels like I've been working out for 10 hours and I'm like recovering and I'm just sitting there lifeless. I'm like, oh my god, I got to get off the toilet someday.
Sitting there lifeless. Oh, bro, dude, I know. I just ate. See, and that's the thing I think we've talked about too, where it's like some places, if you're gonna eat something there, your stomach is your poop is gonna be the worst, just super spicy, right? But the food is so good, you're willing to do it. Like the jalapeno burger at fucking Carl's Jr., my favorite Mexican spot, dude. They just have the spiciest hot sauce, but I'm willing to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so good. Like, I just really like spicy food.
I know.
My butt can't handle it, man.
Dude, same. That's why I haven't ordered that jalapeno burger from Carl's Jr. in forever, man. Because
just put one jalapeno on it.
I feel like they do that too. They'll just dump all the jalapeno juice on that shit too, man.
Shit. Yeah. Yep.
Fuck, dude. But yeah, man. So I guess don't get Haribo sugarless gummy bears, or else you'll feel all those feelings for no reason.
You become one of those memes or like the guys, we were just talking about this earlier and it just stuck with me how this guy was a EMT, and he drives an ambulance, but then he like had a couple and he said like it was the worst decision he ever made in his entire life. So he was like abusing the ambulance to rush back to find a bathroom. And then he like unloads into a toilet that was like right next to the nurse's station, so all of the nurses can hear him taking like a shit and blowing up his toilet. And he's like, "This is the worst embarrassed I've ever felt in my entire life, but who gives a shit? Because it's all out of him right now." So that's why those sugarless gummy bears, whatever it is, stay away from maltitol or whatever it is. Or you're going to become one of the statistics in those reviews. You're going to describe your poo as beautifully and poetic as you could ever, like where the guy is like, "Oh yeah, my poo is so bad that it shot out and it can strip the paint of my car." Oh, shit.
God damn it, man. Yeah. I guess that goes to say too, be careful of substitutes, man. Be careful of like ingredient substitutes and whatever you get. More likely natural's the way to go, man.
Yep, exactly.
That's too fucking scary, dude. But yeah, with all that said, dude, how's your week been?
Pretty chill. Like, I think we're starting to come back to work for real, but still have the option to stay home and be remoted from home. But other than that, this whole weekend, I just been kind of just sleeping, even though I've been home all for the past couple months. I don't know, it's just when it reaches the weekend, it's like my mind just shuts down and I just don't want to think, and I just lay down in my couch and do nothing. So that's what I did all day today. I just
Hmm.
slept. I was supposed to be playing games, but yeah, it was just a nice day,
Mm.
basking in the sun.
Me too. I went out for a little bit today. Um, but yeah, I just took the fattest nap today too. I think I ate Mexican food around noon, fell asleep
Perfect.
at like 2, and then woke up at 5, man. So it's just the regular weekend day for me, man.
Yeah. Yep. I think we are more productive on the weekdays because, you come in from work and then you just want to continue your mindset. So you start playing games. I think
Mm-hmm,
that's when I
mm-hmm,
play games. It's just mostly on the weekdays.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I was looking, man. There's a country out there that's gonna try to do a 4-day work week, dude, and I want to try to move there.
Greece is what
Was it
I
Greece?
saw like maybe 6 years ago. I was reading the most productive work schedule, and it was Greece. They said they only work like four days a week or something like that, and they take
Mm-hmm.
at least 1/3 of the year off.
God damn, dude.
Yeah.
Looks like Finland. Finland is the newest one that wants to try
So you're gonna live in
4-day work
Finland,
week.
or I'm gonna
Ah,
visit you in
dude,
Finland?
they're not gonna let me in there, shit, dude. You know all those Nordic countries. I feel like I've heard about. I forgot which one it was. It was either Finland or Sweden or something like that. But to become a citizen, you have to be completely fluent in their language, dude. And so there's like 5 other steps. Because you know how when people become U.S. citizens, they know more about the history of America than we do, dude. And
Fuck, they do.
and we've been living here our whole lives, like, oh, do you know who the 17th president was? And you're like, nah, who was that?
No.
They'll just know off the top of their fucking head, man.
Dude.
So it's
Yeah,
like
that's
that, except
crazy.
way, way, way more crazier. I feel like, um, shit. If I had time to learn it, and I met a Finnish woman, maybe, dude. 4-day work weeks, here I come, man. But with my luck, just when I move there, they're gonna introduce a 4-day work week in America. But
Hopefully they do that, like it has oh, I saw that article. Google is going to be trying to implement some of that. They're going to do 4-day week or 4-day weeks with 10 hours.
yeah.
Or something. I thought we discussed this. No?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah, yeah.
remember.
So they're going to be doing that, or they're going to try that with certain departments
Mm-hmm.
of theirs. And I think since of the whole corona, now they're going to try to do a lot remote from home. They're going to try to adapt that business model.
Damn, dude. Yeah, I know there's positions in the county that have 4-day work weeks, and yeah, they're 4/10s. And I know some people in certain offices have that schedule. Some people have like 9-hour days. Have you ever seen those? Where they're off every other Friday, so every other weekend is a 3-day weekend. I kind of dig that. I think that would be tight.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'll have to check that out. I want to see if I'll be able to do 4/10s. I think there's a study that someone did for the county that said people that work a 10-hour day are less productive. I'm like, fuck no, dude. I'll be out there working my ass off.
Well,
I'll make that
they
day
did
worth
another study. They said that people who work 4-day weeks or 4 days a week, actually their
Are more
productivity increased
productive.
by
See,
20%. Yeah,
it depends
overall.
on who's doing the study, though. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So, damn, that's too crazy, man.
I just want a 4-day week. That's all.
Same. 3-day weekends are like the perfect, man.
Yeah.
Yep. What video games have you been playing, dude? Besides
So we mainly been playing that Terraria, which
sleep.
is
Yeah.
really fun still. Like we're trying to defeat all of the bosses. We're building the world. We're trying to fortify our defenses because all I know is I know we're pretty much prepared to face some of the bosses, but when we start hitting those end game bosses, we're gonna need like the best equipment possible. Like you see us, like even though we're wearing like titanium armor and all that, we're still dying. We're still taking that damage. So bosses, they hit like a truck, and we just have to have like a good battleground, like using the railroads, flying, shooting, range, everything. You know, we have to use the environment to our advantage when we face those bosses. But yeah, mainly been playing Terraria with you, and um, I think Destin's been out for a while. So
Damn, dude.
what
I
else?
know.
Oh, Final Fantasy VII. So I haven't really got too far in the game. Try not to do spoilers, but dude, when I start the game, when I'm playing and just listening to the dialogue, I catch myself smiling like a creepy guy. You know, just I can tell my face. You know, like I really always pay attention to the facial expressions I make anywhere. You know, when I'm talking to somebody, when I'm reacting, and all that, I always pay attention. But when I get lost in a game, I have no control of that shit. So, and then I realize I'm like, what am I doing? And I feel my mouth like really smiling, like, you know, like, damn, dude, what kind of game does this? You know,
you know, since like Corona started, well, for me especially, since I actually have to go to work still, I have to wear face masks a lot more, right? I feel like I'm starting to lose that sense that you're talking about, man, because no one can see my mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Like my whole mouth the nose is covered, so I don't know when my face looks stupid. I think I've started to do this thing where, you know, if you walk by somebody, like smile at them. I've started to do this thing where I just smile with my eyes. So I just make my eyes really small to make it look like
you're all squinting.
Yeah.
Just like,
but you can't tell if I'm like judging you squinting or smiling squinting because my mouth is covered, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like
just squinting your eyes.
Once this is over and we're not wearing masks anymore, I'm gonna keep doing that, dude. I'm so scared. I need to start using my mouth and my expressions now, dude.
You're like training your body, because when they get rid of masks, you know, your eyes just start squinting out of nowhere, but you're not even smiling.
I just got the weirdest face, dude. So which part are you at? Did you meet Tifa yet?
Not yet. It was right before meeting Tifa. Like
I want to savor it. I get it.
Yeah, I'm savoring. I was literally talking to everybody like 3 times. When I exit the train station, I was just walking around, just trying to look at the environment and everything. And then I was just trying to remember the battle system, because I know I'm okay at it, but I've noticed I've been taking a lot of damage when I do get into battles. And I'm like, dude, I know I can do better than this, because they're like fucking me up, you know? Like they give me half health, and I'm wearing the pre-order bonus shit, and still I'm like taking a lot of damage.
The main thing I guess that I learned, or I had to learn really early, was to don't think the roll has iframes. Use it more for like mobility, like moving around different angles faster than trying to dodge shit. Like don't wait for someone to attack and then try to dodge that attack with the square button.
Yeah.
Dodge before their attack lands, you know what I mean? Because you really don't have any iframes with that dodge. That, and take your time when you go into the active mode, or whatever it's called, the tactical mode. You know, and time slows down and you could choose your actions. Just really take your time in that.
Yeah, because I'm like really like trying to rush it. And I'm like trying to do those shortcuts with the L1. And then like I swing the camera around. I'm like swing the camera around, slashing, rolling. But then I know like there's some enemies that hit me, and they're usually the range that gets me pretty good. And like I thought like, oh yeah, I dodged this guy, but I still see the numbers hitting me, and I'm like, damn, like I thought I'm pretty good, but yeah, I just have to explore with it more.
Yeah, dude. And oh man, what I love about the game too is like, I don't know. Oh no, you haven't gotten to it yet, so I won't spoil that. I guess the only thing I'll kind of spoil, dude, is when you're given a choice. Think about sports, dude. That's all I'm gonna say, dude. When you'll know it when you see it, dude. You'll know it when you see it.
Got it.
But I could kind of see what you're talking about with your fighting strategy from playing 15, since that's the last one you played, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been going balls to the wall on 15. I think I have almost 15 hours playing Final Fantasy 15,
Woo!
and
15.
I have done 3 story missions, dude. I don't even think that much. I think everything I've done has been a side quest, man. I just got the trophy for 20 side quests, I think.
All I can say is make sure you do all of that, all the side quests, because later when you start really progressing the game, there's certain areas you won't revisit until you pass that area.
Okay. That's good to know.
When an area unlocks, just do everything. Next area unlocks, do everything, kind of thing. But there are like some areas where I did miss. That are optional, like finding certain dungeons, finding weapons, especially that sewer boss or sewer. That's optional. I didn't realize it was optional, but yeah, just find everything, explore everything, find everything.
So, question. Let me know if it's spoilers. The map I see right now, is that the entire map of the game? I'm on chapter 3.
Chapter 3. So there's the first part of the map in the beginning of the game, and you only can visit like I think certain areas and up to the pier. And then you went past the pier because
I'm all the way to the volcano now, so I'm all the way at the end of the other side of the map.
So it's weird. So,
like, do I eventually take that boat to another map and drive around?
I don't know which boat you're talking about, but basically there's the map, and then there's the other part of the map when you get to chapter 3 or when you visit that city. You explore that, and then when you progress the game, it kind of takes you somewhere else. But
okay.
It's more along the story. So
gotcha. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like Red Dead Redemption, where you're just in one part of the map for this part of the story, and then another part of the map opens up, but you could still go to the old part, that you were originally in.
Yeah, kind of like, you're done with this area, and then it'll ask you too. Are you sure you wanna? Because
yeah. Okay,
we're gonna leave this area.
Do you ever get to revisit shit though?
Very, very later in the game.
Okay. Gotcha.
So that's why I ask you.
Okay. Yeah. So then that's good. Then I guess I should do everything. But that's crazy then. Because then if you just did story stuff, right? Let's say you just did story missions. Because right now, I'm like level 32. The story mission I have to do next is level 10. How fast can you finish this game if you just do story stuff? Is it super fast?
So it's weird, like when you're doing the story, and then you're roughly around 10, 15 when you're doing those missions, and then you start progressing the story, and they're like, oh yeah, they're still under level. Then you get more further into the story, it just randomly shoots up to almost your level and above. And that's what happened to me. Like I thought, oh yeah, I'm like really powerful, but then when I was like getting later in the game, I was like, holy crap, I'm like popping over 30 potions to keep my guys alive, kind of thing. So, yeah. And then when you get near the end of the game, it's like, fuck, you need to kind of really level up your characters. But what I did was I like ran past the enemies because I was like, fuck, no, I'm too weak to be in here. And then I just went straight to the final boss. And then after every hit he did at me, I was popping 1 potion.
So I guess they kind of force you then. They force you to get into there and do the side missions. I guess it's good. I don't know. They're okay. They're like hunting missions and errand missions. There hasn't been anything too crazy yet. I think the deepest interactions I get are with fucking my bros, dude. Like I told you earlier. I went camping randomly, and Ignis, while we're camping, says, hey, why don't you wake up early tomorrow, and we will cook breakfast together. And I was like, okay, cool, Ignis. And then we just are fucking cooking breakfast, shooting the shit. And then another night we spent in a motel, and Noctis is just hanging out on the roof, and Prompto comes by. He's like, "Hey, Nocta, I know we've been friends for a long time, but something's bugging me." And you can choose whether to console him or not, dude.
Let
I
me
can't-
lay it on you, and you're like, nah, you're weak shit.
Yeah, see, and you can choose that shit too, where it's like dismiss him or tease him or console him. I think were the choices. Of course, man. I want to be with my bros, so I consoled him, and it got really, really deep, really, really fast, man. And that's, I think, like you said, the whole game is really about a road trip with your bros, and that's
Yep,
the best part of this game so far.
dude. Yeah, exactly.
I know there's hunting missions, and you gotta bring back the dog tags from the dead hunters, and you gotta like experiment frogs. Oh, hang out with your friends. Cooking and fishing are the best parts of this game so far. Dude, I spent an hour, like 2 hours, fishing in one spot yesterday. I'm getting addicted to it, but I'm having fun. Especially right now. I think I'm just biding time until Last of Us 2 comes out. So this is a perfect thing to play. Yeah, it'll probably take me. I hope I finish chapter 3 by next week. Say that, dude.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, if it's starting to get closer to Last of Us 2, I think you can start powering
Yeah.
through it. Like, you can always come back to those quests eventually, but yeah, just get enjoy it at your pace. Basically, don't feel like you have to like, oh man, I'm over leveled. I have to start progressing the game. More like, oh, I can do this, I can do that, and that's how the game is meant to really be played.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, dude, I'm having fun with it. I didn't think I was going to, especially after my first hour of playing it, just because I was like, wait, man, you're telling me if I had never watched the movie, I would have no idea what's going on right now. There's just so much research you have to do before you play the game to understand what's going on in the game.
Yeah.
I didn't like that, but as you play it, there's a lot more story that you finally gain, or story bits you gain from actually playing the game itself. So I dig that a lot. And now I can see, or at least it's starting to manifest in my mind, what part 2 of Final Fantasy VII Remake can look like, just in an open world,
Yeah.
It's gonna suck, like running around the world until you get a car or a chocobo, but it's cool. It feels like a real world, I guess is what you could say about it.
Yeah. Dynamic world.
I've helped so many people with broken down cars, dude.
You're an expert.
I know, man. So many people. But yeah, dude, it's been crazy. So that's all mainly I've been playing. What's I've been doing? Terraria. We're still dying a lot.
Well, I
starting to
could
build our-
turn down the difficulty.
Nah. We got to
do
keep it,
some
dude. We can't back
hacks.
down. We can't back down, dude. Did I ever tell you about the time I turned the difficulty down in God of War and felt so bad?
Yeah, you're literally facing a boss
Yeah.
on like extreme difficulty, and then you're like, you put it down to easy, and I was like, oh no, don't do that, man.
See, I know. I still feel bad about it to this day. But, it helped me enjoy the game more. Because I know a lot of people like that just play games on easy just to enjoy the story and stuff.
Yeah.
And for God of War, especially at that boss, dude, yeah, I had to turn that shit down, man. I had to enjoy the story for what it was.
Yeah, I think that's now a regular feature in video games. They're like, do you want to play casual mode where you can watch cinematics, or do you want to play action mode where you're, pretty proficient in fighting and killing and stuff like that? I always choose the proficient because it's just my mentality. It's like I have to minimally at least beat the game on normal mode. How it's meant to be played, kind of thing. Because usually if I start easy, it's like, man, it doesn't feel like I'm fulfilled or satisfied. But you already beat the game a billion times, so it don't matter.
That's true. That's true. I'm with that as well, where the whole reason for playing a video game is so you could be immersed, so that the character you're playing as is you. You feel more accomplished when it uses your entire ability to beat the game, right? It feels like a better experience, at least to me. I think that's why I love Dark Souls games so much because you kind of force yourself to be good at that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Is there a difficulty in 15?
I think there's like autopilot mode or something. I don't know.
I know there's turn-based mode, and that's the only way you can see what monsters are weak against, which is kind of bullshit to me.
What's his name? Igni? I think it's Igni.
Uh-huh.
He's the one that's supposed to analyze the weakness.
Oh,
But you have
okay.
to get him
You have
to
to
do
unlock it?
something. Yeah, and
Oh,
then
okay.
he'll like, because for me he was always analyzing monsters for me.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have that yet, and I think in the tutorial they told me if you play the game on turn-based mode, then it'll show animal or enemy weaknesses and shit like that. Like, okay. Okay, one other thing that was really, really corny, right? I think the end of chapter 2 is when you attack that Imperial blockade, right? And you just destroy all the robots and all the enemy soldiers there. And then all of a sudden, this guy comes in a Gundam, acting all badass, right? And you kill him in
wearing
2.
white?
No, he's not wearing. I think he was wearing purple. His name was Loki. And you kill him in 2 hits. Is there a backstory on this guy, on like why they gave him so much attention? Like, he has an anime hairstyle, and it's just, he seems like he's gonna be badass. I was ready for a fight, but then I had Core on my team, who's like the master soldier, and we murdered him in 2 seconds, dude. Is he supposed to be anybody, or was he just a random soldier?
I think I'm like looking it up, and he has like a biography. So
Oh my god, he died already, dude.
I don't know.
We killed him so fast. Because he definitely died. He yelled, and his Gundam exploded with him inside, dude. So he's dead.
Oh, so I don't know if I want to spoil it, but
Okay,
I'm like looking at it. Yeah, actually, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of anime, though, I started watching Saiki K.
Oh, yay!
Fucking ridiculous.
Like, it's a slow start, but like it's just very, very funny.
I guess the beginning is really like the first episode is just explaining his situation, right? Or explaining his circumstances, his powers. It just gives you all instances of his powers and everything like that.
Yeah.
But I think where the show really started to pick up for me was the dodgeball episode, and then the one where what's his name? His best friend with the mohawk was visiting his dad. Like, those 2 episodes just killed it for me.
The yellow mohawk guy, right?
Yeah. I forgot his name, dude. But and then the dodgeball episode where he didn't want to stand out, so he didn't want to win the game for his team. But that one guy, I think Hyro is his name, he just wouldn't let him give up.
Oh, Nendo was the
the friend
guy.
with the mohawk. Yeah.
And then there's that other guy, the one that likes to compete in everything, sports or something.
Hyro, yeah.
Yeah.
He would always bail him out by catching the ball after he got hit with it, so it didn't count as a hit. But whenever whenever he catches it, he dives and skids on the ground and his pants fall down, dude. Oh my fucking god, dude. And then the episode where they go to the beach and the one guy's drowning, so Nando goes to save him, but while he's saving this other girl, and then Hyro's the lifeguard, so he goes out to help out too, but he gets a cramp.
He's saving both of them.
Swimming with like 3 people on his back and shit, dude. Oh, show is fucking ridiculous, man.
Yeah, it is funny, like just the whole series, man.
That's good, man. That's good, because I like the format too. It's back to Daily Lives of High School Boys, where it's just little 10-minute skits
Clips.
here and there.
Yeah, that's the manga. It's just it's called 4 Koma or something like that, and it's basically like 4 panels of them doing like a little tiny skit. It's just hilarious. That's why they're like all talking super fast.
Yeah.
But that's on purpose.
I noticed that.
So
I thought
funny.
something was wrong. I thought I pressed ×2 or something, when one guy was explaining, I think it was during the dodgeball episode, he was explaining something. He's like in the background. Yeah, he goes, "Thanks for the recap" or something like that.
Yeah.
And I noticed too, his mouth doesn't open when he talks. Is he just talking to everybody telepathically?
Yeah, he's talking to them, but they don't really know it.
Yeah, they don't notice. Just like the antenna on his head.
Exactly. So it's like everything
everybody.
is just normal. Yeah, but
Okay.
yeah.
That's fucking funny. Yeah, and then the sports day episode where the Nando guy pulled out one of his antenna.
Oh yeah. What's this, Ibo partner?
And then the ghost, the dude that could see ghosts, is trying to learn from him.
Oh, did it show like the first time he sees ghosts where like someone was mooning him?
Yeah. And then he touched him without his glove, so he could just see all the ghosts in his room.
You see his ass cheek right next to his cheek.
I know, man. He gets closer and closer and shit, dude. That's crazy, man. That's super duper funny. Well, yeah, enjoying that. The only thing that sucks, dude, is it in English? I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't even watch it in English though.
I think it might be in English, but yeah, I would watch it in Japanese. It's always funny in Japanese.
Because that's the thing. I gotta really pay attention to it since I gotta read the subtitles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Damn. What else is going on, dude? Oh, Animal Crossing, man. A new event came up. I guess there's new fish because it's a new season, right? And since it's summertime.
Yeah. So basically, I think it's people who are north region of the game. Who start north region of the game. They start off with different fish. People who are southern start off with the what were there. So basically, they started off with sharks or something like that. And we started off with like I guess river fishes and normal other fishes, but now we rotated. So they have what we have, and we have what they have.
Okay.
Which is cool because right now, since we're entering summertime, we're getting all the sharks, all the types of sharks, so we can complete our aquarium. You know, like we collect, and the game is mainly just collecting and building. So you collect a lot of the fish, the bugs, prehistoric stuff, and paintings. And I guess that's one of the goals in the entire game. But for me, it's hard catching these sharks because they don't appear as often, and I haven't been playing as often too.
So, how is fishing in that game again? You just have to press A at the right time?
Yeah, when it pulls on the line, they just press A once.
Okay. Damn, dude. I'm starting to become like you, man. And fishing is gonna become my favorite minigame, dude.
Dude, is it in VR though? I could have sworn Final Fantasy 15 fishing was in VR. Or at least I saw a trailer or something.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me look at it in the store real quick.
Because if it's free, I still have my 15 game, and you know I can just pop in my headset, or let you borrow the headset if you need to, and you can get into the real life fishing with your bros.
Dude, that'd be crazy. What if you can what do you call it? What if you can pose for pictures in VR?
That would be cool. But you got to stream when you're playing the game so we can see what poses you're making.
What?
If you're throwing up the peace sign.
Yo, the PlayStation Store is trash. Oh, never mind. Here we go. Oh, no. It is out. It is called Monsters of the Deep Final Fantasy 15, and it is $30, dude.
For the fishing?
Yeah, for the fishing. Let me see.
Monsters of the Deep.
Yeah. But it's cool. It looks like actual fishing in the game, except you got to move your hands this time. Oh, can you cook in VR? Or are you just kicking it in VR? Well, I think you just kick it at camp in VR.
That's cool.
I hope I'm seeing spoilers. I'm seeing spoilers for later in the game. Okay, never mind.
Yep, stay away from that.
Because right now I'm just catching fucking trout and everything. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stay away. I'm gonna stay away from that page. So yeah, no, it's not. It's not free. You got to pay for it a little bit.
What about the DLCs for the episodes for 15?
Oh
Are those
no,
free?
those nah. It's $5 each.
Hmm.
But depending on how it goes, because like I said, my favorite part is hanging out with the bros, and there's an episode for each bro. So I might have to do it, dude.
Yeah. I saw that there was an episode for each guy, and I saw that it might change the story. And
I wonder though if it's
which
is it better
oh.
to play it like in the middle of the game, or is it better to play?
No. I'll play it after for sure.
Okay.
Because I think one of them does mess with the story.
Okay.
And that's why the last DLC that was supposed to come out was supposed to continue off of that part that changed the story.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Interesting.
You'll have a full experience though. Like
Gotcha.
Either way, especially like if you beat the game and then you go back and it takes place before the game or something, like you still have that full experience. Is what when I was reading it, because I was gonna buy it at the time, but I think I bought something else.
So I was just talking to Danny about that the other day, because you said everything is great except for the ending of 15, right?
So I think the ending is okay. Good.
Okay.
Fine. It's good. It depends on what you love as an ending.
Okay. But wait, so
a lot of people loved it. A lot of people wanted something else.
Okay, gotcha. But do you wish it was better?
It left me. I think, yeah. I think it was good.
Do you think the DLC will make it better for you though?
Well, from what I was reading or skimming through what people were commenting, I think I would have loved the visual novel ending, which is supposed to happen.
Okay.
And that was the episode I was actually I was thinking about getting back into 15 if that did come out as a DLC, but then they pulled it.
Okay.
So I might just play the DLCs, and then I'm just gonna have to read the light novel,
visual novel. Okay.
Or visual novel.
So similar situation was in Dead Space 3, right? Are you gonna ever play Dead Space 3? Okay, so spoiler alert for anybody that's gonna play it. Dead Space 3 is actually not scary, dude, because they changed it. Because the first two super scary. The third one, they were like, oh, let's make an action shooter, and you can build your own gun. You can have a rocket launcher in the first hour of the game that kills everything in one hit. So it's not scary at all. But the ending of 3, the main character sacrifices himself to save the universe from this marker. It's kind of like the flood, right, in Halo. And it's a really, really shitty ending because you think he does everything to avoid dying or going down with the ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Danny and I co-opted the whole thing. And we're like, man, that ending was bullshit, dude. There's no way it should have ended like that. This guy is the smartest engineer in the world. He's been fighting these guys all his life, and he just gives himself up just like that. So we played the DLC, which was supposed to fix the ending that came out after, right? Mm. And it makes it worse. It makes the ending worse, dude. Because I think in the ending, okay, he survives destroying the aliens, right? And then now the thing is, we have to make it back to Earth. So you find a ship, fix it, make it back to Earth. But when you make it back to Earth, you find out it's been taken over by the aliens, dude. It's like, wait, what?
Damn.
And then the game ends. So it's even worse, dude. They fucked up the ending even more. So I'm just scared, since you were talking about how the DLC changes the ending, if it'll fix it for the worse or fix it for the better, you know?
Yeah. I would tell you, but since you're already solely into the game, I can't.
In it to win it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay.
I need your unbiased opinion, and then we can discuss.
I really have no idea what's going on right now. Like I said, it's crazy because it's like, oh no, my father died and my kingdom is taken over by the empire. What am I gonna do? Oh, let's go fishing, camping. Let me learn how to make some new dishes.
Exactly.
Like,
I
what?
didn't even I didn't
There's
even
no
know
sense of
what the story
urgency.
is. Yeah. Like it doesn't really tell you much, especially in the game until later,
Uh-huh.
like, oh, okay, we're here for this reason. But other than that, I'm like, huh, like even with the movie, what is going on? What am I doing? Oh, there's a thing over here. Oh, let's fight this. I have like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
ADD, so
Exactly.
I didn't really focus too much on what's the story, what the objective was. It was more of, all right, guys, what's our next adventure kind of thing.
Yeah. At least in Witcher 3, right? I had an idea of what I was doing. I had the overall goal of um or initially my goal was to find Yennefer, which is like your goal since halfway through the second game, right?
Hmm.
And then when you find Yennefer, your goal is to find Ciri. So at least I knew what my goals were in Witcher 3. But did I do those? Fuck no, dude. I went and saved every town from every werewolf. I killed all these Leshens and stuff, dude. But
Exactly.
I
Yep.
still knew what I was doing. Now
Yeah.
in 15, I'm saving towns, going grocery shopping for people, but I don't know what my major goal is, dude. So it's crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know how I guess how was the game received when it first came out, dude? Were people more like before even people finished it when it first came out? Did people like 15, or were they kind of confused by it, or what?
A lot of people were upset because their expectations were different. Like, remember I
Mm-hmm.
said how they revamped the game? They completely changed the game entirely.
Mm-hmm.
So people had that expectation when they started playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
But I can say that the game averaged like around an 8 out of 10 kind
Oh
of game.
wow, so it's still fairly
8 to
high.
8.5. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for its time, like because
Mm-hmm.
people enjoyed it as it is,
Mm-hmm.
but then there's the other people that wanted it, what was originally proposed and what they originally showed. Like I said, like I originally thought this was going to be that Romeo and Juliet plot line where you have two different sides, factions,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
you have the main protagonists, both against each other kind of thing. But
Mm-hmm.
they they completely changed that, so it's something else. And like I think it's good. The game is good, and people received it as good too. So you don't have to worry too much on that.
Mm-hmm.
But well, I forgot what the question
Does
is.
does anybody? No, I think you answered it. Does anybody know what it looked like as 13 verses? Like, was 13 verses the same story as this, or was there a completely different one?
I didn't play 13. Oh, you mean? Wait, what was the question? So
Because
when it
remember, they
so
first
the
showed
13 verses
15.
was
Yeah.
Noctis,
Hmm.
and that other girl. I forgot her name already, but
Lightning.
yeah, no. So they thought it was in the same universe, but
Mm.
it was in different alternate universes. So Lightning
Oh.
wasn't even in Noctis's universe.
Uh huh.
But that other girl that he was fighting with, the other with the Romeo and Juliet story,
Hmm.
they said that, oh, let's wipe her, take her out, completely rename her, and give her a new image, and then rechange the entire plot so they're not fighting each other.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't even. What was the question?
What was the original? Do we know what the original story of Versus was gonna be? Was it that Romeo and Juliet story? Or was it something more related to 13?
So it's not related to 13. 13,
Oh.
yeah, is a completely different universe,
Mm-hmm.
completely different setting, everything. Like, what they're fighting. I think 13 was more on focus on like it's called the sea and all that. So the summons and when you're marked, you generally have a number of days until you die or turn
Mm-hmm.
into a stone or something.
Mm-hmm.
But your team in 13, your protagonist was fighting against that, the fates of being turned.
Okay. Okay.
So they, originally did that. But versus 13 is you're supposed, well, what they, displayed it as, it was like you're two different factions. You guys are facing each other. Noctis is king
Mhm.
of that city. And so you meet with the other protagonist or the other girl.
Mhm.
And then, you guys, it showed like different trailers, and they were explaining it like, oh yeah, you guys are intimate with each other and all that, but later showed different trailers where they're like fighting,
Mm.
like literally against each other. And then it ended like that, and then it went like pure dark for a while,
Mhm.
and then they brought it back. 15, they said, okay, let's wipe 13 verses, and then just put 15 as the main title, so it's its own title.
Mhm. Mhm.
Then the movies and the anime came out, and it was completely different how Noctis is king, is supposed to be king and all that, and so it changes, so now he's a prince kind of
Mhm.
thing. And that's where you're going to enjoy the story as
Okay.
its own thing, because since you don't have that background of like, oh, this is supposed to be one different story,
Sure.
you
Sure.
can enjoy it how you want to perceive it as now. And that's
Okay.
what the fans were upset. They're like, "Oh man, this was supposed to be this," because that's what they were expecting, and
Ah.
they were waiting for I don't know, 10, 15 years for it, and they got something
They
different.
got something different. Like, why not come
Yeah,
out with 15 at this point? So
yeah,
it sounds like since whatever Lightning is doing, right? She's against turning into stone or whatever, right? That's what the story you were talking about earlier.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's completely different. Yeah,
Uh
13 was. There were basically 13 verses wasn't even supposed to remotely be in the same universe as Lightning. They weren't even
oh
supposed
wow.
to. Yeah, nothing was related at all, and that's what they
Oh.
defined it as. So, which is weird. It's like, why would you tack on 13
13 verses,
verses,
yeah.
and it has nothing to do with each other? And
Mhm.
that's what happened. They just defined it as 13 verses, so people didn't. So they didn't want people to be more confused, and then they
Mhm.
wiped it, and then just said, okay, let's just call it 15
Mhm.
at this point. So
That's crazy. It'd be crazier if you could play like as the king against Lightning, whatever she's doing, dude. That'd be
oh
fucking funny,
yeah,
man.
like it's crazy because I only played 13. And then of course 13.2 came out, and
Lightning
Lightning
returns.
Returns or
Yeah.
something. But I played only the beginning of 13.2. And apparently I don't know what the freak happened, but she became a goddess.
What the fuck?
Exactly. She became some sort of goddess or some deity or something like that. I don't remember. She
Uh,
had some super crazy power. So yeah, I think, and then the way that she was battling, it wasn't
mhm.
your traditional, how you're battling now as
Mhm.
Noctis. She's battling like flying, like Dragon Ball Z kind of characters.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's why I was like, if they versed each other, it would be crazy. But I think since they have her as a goddess now, that's unfair.
Yeah, she'll never lose, dude.
Exactly. She has like a magical horse that like rides in the air and shit, like that Pegasus or something.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. It's crazy. I don't know. I guess I fell out of caring about Final Fantasy after 12. You know what I mean? Because I haven't even played 13 at all.
Yeah.
Um, but it's crazy to see where it's gone. I mean, really, 14, I guess. But that's different because it's an MMO. So 15 is really the first new one
Yeah.
that I'm playing. So to hear about its history and stuff and how crazy and tumultuous it's been, it kind of surprises me that this game still came out, dude.
Oh yeah. Like people really, really wanted it. They're like making petitions. They're
hmm
just begging for 13 verses. And they're like, you know what? Let's really, go back to it, revisit, because they kept coming out with Kingdom Hearts stuff,
hmm
like
hmm
Kingdom Hearts dash 2, 2.8, 2.5, and they, people were like, what happened to 13? Where's 13?
hmm
And so then they brought it out, but then people were the people that were waiting the longest were expecting something different. That's why, they kind of dropped off half of them, but then people who never heard about it, played it, loved it, kind of thing. So that's what I was saying. You might have a different, completely different experience, yeah. But the same experience of the journey thing, where you're with your bros. That's the best, because I'm like, man, this journey is great. I don't want it to end, kind of thing.
All right. Damn, dude. I feel like I have so much to catch up on with it, you know?
Yeah. And you can watch the movie and the anime too. Like, it takes place before. I don't know if you have watched the movie. The movie's pretty good.
I watched the movie for sure.
The anime is more of between Noctis and I forgot her name, Lucina, or the other princess girl.
Lunafreya.
I think a little bit about it, and then not too much. I don't remember. I blocked it. But yeah.
When you block stuff out your memory, dude, that means you didn't enjoy it, man.
It was the bros. I remember everything about it. It was just like, let's go here. Let's fuck this guy up. He's looking at us wrong. Let's kill this behemoth. And then especially this damn sewer, because I didn't think that was optional. And I was like, I'm going to explore everything. What is this little... Because I thought that sewer leads to the inside of the base. Because it's literally in front of a base. And I'm like, this base has enemies. Let me fuck it up. But what's the second path? Go down there. I get lost, really lost, because it's like a maze. It's puzzles down there, and then I fall deeper where I can't go back. So I have a limited amount of potions and things like that. So I'm like striving off like maybe a couple potions. Get down to the last boss. I'm just using nothing but like kind of ranged attacks because I am like out of healing and stuff like that. So it's pretty challenging if you're not high enough level down there. I think the enemies were around 35, so you're 32.
Dude. I might run into it soon, dude.
Yeah. Explore. Oh, I was going to send you a picture of where it's located, but I think it's to the right of the map, somewhere on the right of the map.
Well, but still, I think I have a hunting quest right now. Where it's against I have to fight those corals or whatever they're called, or I fought those corals, and they're 35. Yeah, I'm 31, 32, and they still kick my ass, dude.
Yeah.
So I believe it if those enemies are still gonna be hard, because I just beat like a wyvern that was level 39 right now. I was like, wait, what? How?
Yeah, I think I was 42 when I fell down that dungeon.
What? And it was still hard.
It was hard because I was underprepared. Like, I didn't have potions, and then there was no going back kind of thing. And I was like, fuck. And I was lost, so I kept fighting the same monsters repeatedly. Yeah, until you figure out the puzzles, and then you can really... Yeah, I want you to go in that dungeon.
I'm even more nervous about it now, dude. Holy shit. Yeah, that's crazy. Holy shit, we talked a lot about 15, dude. But thanks for avoiding all the spoilers, man. See, what else is going on, dude? There was supposed to be a PlayStation conference where they were going to reveal a lot of next-gen games, dude. But they delayed it just because of the state of the world, dude. There's a lot more important shit happening, and they didn't want to muddle the message, which is respectable. I know people might say, oh, it's just a marketing ploy to support the Black Lives Matter group, but nah, man. I think it was a classy move. Get the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, everybody. I think IGN had some stuff. That Summer Games event thing had a bunch of stuff that was going to happen last week too, but all of them kind of delayed. I think EA as well. Everybody delayed their conference or their showcase. Just to let the Black Lives Matter movement get attention. So I'm all for it, man. It's classy stuff. Except I think EA is already popping up tomorrow, or IGN is going to have their thing tomorrow already. Or I guess when you're hearing this today. So everything's coming back soon. I'm still excited, though. It's just making me... The anticipation is killing me, man. Just wondering what they're going to reveal at this PlayStation event, dude. Just thinking about all the things that are possible.
PS5, pure VR.
Pure VR, dude. No way. There's no way they're gonna make it pure VR. What if it is? What if the PlayStation 5's a headset and that's it? I'll be kind of upset, dude. I'll be kind of upset. But yeah, because there's so many rumors out there, right? Like of a new Batman game, of Onimusha or Tenchu remakes, of a Demon Souls remake, Silent Hill's coming back. There's so many rumors out there that it just hurts thinking about them, because what if they don't come true? You know, I think last time we talked about keeping our expectations at bay, but they're just getting built up the longer time goes on, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
So scary. Did you hear the rumor about Bloodborne coming to PC? And if it does, will you play it?
Bloodborne coming to PC. I think yes, I'll definitely play it, because I thought somebody was modding it or something like that. They modded it, or is it really legit coming to PC?
Oh no, legit coming to PC.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely buy it,
dude. Same.
Just we have to turn off the PvP, because I'm pretty sure there's the hackers.
Oh, that's true. That is true, because there are those hackers in Dark Souls that when they kill you, they break all your items and shit like that. So,
yeah,
no, I'm with you.
They attack you and then your armors all fall off, or they steal their armor. Unless they are really good at defending that, then I'll be like, okay, I'll hop on.
Because there's really good, or at least we know, right? Death Stranding is coming to PC. Horizon Zero Dawn is coming to PC. So I think this is part of a big movement to put exclusive Sony stuff onto PC. So I think this rumor might not be such a rumor more than it is truth. And if that is the truth, then holy shit, dude, I will gladly play that again on PC and platinum it all over again, dude. Did you ever do the Chalice dungeons?
I don't remember. I think I only did a couple.
I
didn't really, because after we beat that DLC boss, I was like, okay, I can turn off the game. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Man, did I tell you I did. I helped someone through part of Bloodborne recently, right, in co-op. And I think I just wasn't paying attention, right? But I forgot that your health bar gets cut into like 1/3 when you're visiting someone else's world. So when I was helping my friend out, my health bar was lower than my stamina bar.
Shit.
It was fucking horrible, dude. It was
one hit death.
I know, it was really, and that's really, the danger of these games is the reason you have to dodge so much is because you can just die in one hit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think I recorded the fights and stuff, and maybe it's because my friend was a distraction for the bosses, but yeah, we beat everything almost first run, dude. So that game,
I'm down to play again.
Yeah, me too, dude. I'm super down to play again. The DLC, everything, man. That's a game that needs a part 2. I
wonder why we haven't been doing part 2 yet.
I don't think it ruins. Yeah, I don't think you can ruin it. Just get a different town, Go to the samurai town where that one samurai guy was from.
Ooh,
but in the Bloodborne universe. That'd be sick.
Oh, Samurai Dark Souls?
Oh,
damn.
Dude. Well, that's kind of Sekiro, right? But what if it's when Sekiro
less jumpy and
like what if Sekiro goes to the world of Dark Souls, like goes to Lothric or something?
Oh,
that would be crazy, dude.
Okay. I
play the shit out of that. You got all these fucking knights, like the silver knights coming at you, and you're just like, oh yeah, chink chink, stab. Let me break
That's
down your
where
pores.
I think the end of Sekiro, like people are explaining that when they say originated from the West.
So he's gonna go west.
West, which is Dark Souls.
Oh, dude.
People are saying it's from the same timeline.
Yeah, if he does that, dude, I'm super down, man. Sekiro 2, and all the trailers they show is just him in another samurai town.
Backstabbing knights and.
But when you play the game, he's actually backstabbing knights, dude. Oh,
damn,
he's so sick. Dream. See, that could happen at this PlayStation event whenever it happens.
Yeah. And when he blocks, damn, yeah. So I'm looking at the sewers, and I lied. It's not 35. It's 58.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, I'm not going.
That's why I was dying. I was level 40 going. going into 58 dungeon, but apparently there's 2 bosses down there.
Hmm.
And I would say just come back to that dungeon. If you see a sewer, ignore it until you're around 50 or something.
Okay. Noted.
Because I had the most painful time. That's why I remembered that painful getting lost in that sewer and barely surviving.
Yeah, knowing me too, I'd be stubborn enough to try and finish it like you.
Exactly. All I know is Ford.
Shit, dude. I think that's it. We kind of ran over a bunch of time, but actually, no, that's not it. There's still a bunch of stuff, but let's see. I guess real quick, there's a lot of AAA games coming out on Switch that are bad looking, like Outer Worlds and Skyrim and all that shit. So, do you think more AAA games should come out on Switch?
Yeah,
Really?
I was reading.
Oh, Witcher as well. Witcher looks like poop on there, but you still think they should?
Oh, it does. Oh shit.
Well,
didn't know that.
it's graphically not as great as what you've been playing on PC, right?
Yeah, I think maybe they should have 2 versions, one for a poop version and one for the graphical intense versions.
Mm.
So that way everybody can have a taste of it, kind of thing. Because like when they had Final Fantasy 14, they released it on PS3 and PC.
Mhm.
It was poop garbage on PS3, and it was amazing on PC. But they're still able to play together, and everyone was still able to
that's
have a
right.
good time.
That's
you know?
right. That's right. Oh, okay. But see, I think what that brings up is this can't be like, what if someone just owns the Switch, right? This is your only experience of that game ever. And what if your experience is negative? Like, what if they came for me, who played all the BioShock games? I played them on PC. I played BioShock Infinite on PlayStation 3. They come to me and say, dude, BioShock sucks. The graphics are horrible. What the? My mind is going to hurt so much, dude. Because all they know of BioShock is from the Switch. You know what I'm saying?
They should do it like Switcher then. Like, originally is meant for PS4, PC, Xbox. And they port it to the Switch kind of thing. So they understand, this came from somewhere else, and they had to scale down things, the graphics and all that.
I'm with you.
Because they did have, like, what's that game? The one that's like Devil May Cry.
The one that's like Devil May Cry.
Shoot.
Bayonetta?
Bayonetta. Bayonetta 2 and Legend of Zelda,
Oh, and those look good.
Yeah, 10 out of 10,
okay.
kind of games.
Those are different graphics, dude. Like the way that Skyrim would look, it has more detail in the world, right?
Yeah. But if like they can have Zelda, like even though it was kind of simple graphics, then I don't know. It's like they can introduce it to the people. Maybe they can do it like that, and they say, I would like to play in better graphics. Let me play on the PS4 or Xbox.
Damn, that's a lot of people buying a game twice. And at the same time, I understand what you're saying, because nobody just has, a lot of actual gamers don't just have a Switch. They have either a PC or a main console as well. So I definitely agree with your second point.
And then when you have Grand Theft Auto 5 and you buy it 50/10.
Shit, yeah. Which we already did. Yeah. It's funny. Technically, I have that game 4 times now because it came out on Epic Game Store for free. So, got that game all over the place. Also, real quick, there's a bunch of canceled video games have been seeing the light of day, dude, through YouTube videos and, different independent articles talking about why the game got canceled and stuff like that. I guess we don't really know about canceled games until they get revealed to us, but actually no, I already know your answer. You would want Final Fantasy 13 Versus to be a thing instead of it being 15. Yeah.
They kind of referenced that in Kingdom, or at least some guy made a theory video and they referenced it in Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't know if it's the DLC or the ending, but I saw it, and they were bringing out some interesting points, like saying, they kept referencing Versus 13, like the other person. Stella is her name.
Mm.
And they kept referencing a star, a forgotten star, which is Stella.
Oh, yeah.
And then it transitioned back to the first trailer of the Versus 13 game, which was crazy, of him sleeping in the car or something.
Mm. Yeah, see, if money wasn't so involved, and if well, let's see, never mind then. Nope, we can never have a perfect video game world, because the things you would have to eliminate are what keeps video games running and what keeps people's interests up. If you got rid of money and time, video games will be perfect, but you can't. Games have to come out eventually, right?
7 took its time.
that's true. Well, wait, you said 7?
Yeah, Final Fantasy 7.
Well, see, I think it's because we were there and we specifically remember when they originally came up with the idea for it, and have just been anticipating all this time. I think is why, But if you don't know it's even being worked on, like we don't even know if Final Fantasy 16 is being worked on right now, right?
Ooh, they should keep it under, like that.
But they came out with a trailer. Oh, dude, that could be at the PlayStation event. Like they come out with a trailer and say, "Oh, hey guys, we got 16. It's done. It's coming out when the PlayStation 5 comes out." We'll be like, "Oh my god, that was so fast!" But they could have been working on it forever,
Yeah.
So who really knows?
What if they're saying they're like, "Oh, we're already having Final Fantasy 7 2 episode 2 already coming out,
dude." Yep.
We're working on it, full throttle.
Full throttle, dude. I'll be excited. I will be not playing any other games even until that game comes out, man. Just abstain from all other video games, dude. Well, yeah. No, I guess, yeah, like I said, a bunch of footage came out. First, Prince of Persia, canceled game from that, which is, damn, dude. Those games were actually fun on the original Xbox, from what I remember. I played the shit out of those games. Dead Island 2, and there was a first-person Avengers game. These all had footage that came out recently.
Is that the Iron Man game?
No,
it's flying.
No, that one is coming out on PlayStation VR, but there was a different one. It looked more cartoony, I think.
Oh. I want to fly like Iron Man. That's all.
From what I heard, dude, that game is actually tight. That's the thing, is from the outside looking in, VR games look stupid, but when you're playing them, VR is the greatest thing in the world.
Exactly.
Like all of the reviews for VR games are amazing. But if it's me watching a video of someone play VR, I'm like, I don't get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's wild. VR is a hard sell. I think once it becomes a lot cheaper, maybe, because how much is PlayStation VR? Like $400, $500?
$350.
Oh, see, it's got to hit. I think $250 is a sweet spot for VR. Yeah. Once technology finds a way to get cheaper and you are able to have that $250 headset, then I think it might take off, dude.
Yeah.
The entry level is just too high for VR right now to make it accessible for everybody.
Exactly.
But I think that's it. There's a lot of games coming out the next 2 weeks, dude. As we mentioned earlier, Last of Us 2, Pokemon DLC. Something else was coming out that I just forgot. It's at the tip of my tongue, dude. Remind me.
Don't remember.
It'll come to me later, dude. But yeah, a lot of stuff coming out. So we were kind of in a drought after April. Like nothing really has been going on.
Which is, what if? No, actually, yeah. I think the drought would be okay, because then we can try to catch up on the backlog again.
That's true.
About like 5 games.
What?
Yeah, and I'm like, holy crap! I haven't touched them, and I forgot about them. I forgot I even have them.
I think I bought one. I think I finally bought Ashen and got a solid like 3 hours into it, and was actually having fun. But then I borrowed 15 from Dustin, so gotta
beat 15.
Just fallen in love with it, yeah.
And then start streaming Yakuza.
Oh, that's right. I do have Yakuza 0, dude. So, damn, it's really bugging me now. What else is coming out besides The Last of Us?
On the same day, right? Pokemon.
Yeah, there was something else, dude. No, Pokemon comes. Oh yeah, Pokemon comes out like a day before.
Ghost of Tsushima.
No, that's July. That's okay. I don't have to remember. But yeah, I think
Just
that
sleep about it.
is it for us. Yeah, just remember it next week when it comes out. That is it for us this week. You got anything else, man?
And that's it.
So we will see you guys next week. Rick, you got a question?
No, but I got. This time I'm ready.
Oh, words of wisdom.
If you enjoy having mud butt, try the Haribo sugarless candy.